Here's some art recently given to Pope Francis by the President of Austria. I'm going to show you that it's obvious that God's face is everywhere in this painting. So we'll start with this one here. See his eyes, or these clouds here, and his nose with the black pen. There's his nose, and his mouth with the red pen, and his beard with the black pen here. Now he's actually crying in this one, so I hope that this gets the message across. I'll erase the tear, his eyes, the paint over his nose, paint over his mouth, and the paint over his beard. Alright, that's crystal clear. Here's another example of Christ's omnipresent face with a blue pen for his eyes, here and here. And you just look below, and yes, there's his nose with the black pen. I'll highlight it for people who really can't see. And his mouth with the red, and I'll highlight his big old beard in black. Okay, I'll erase it for you so you can see. Yes, Christ's face is everywhere, and he keeps his promise. He shows those who obey him. I never saw Jesus before when I didn't obey him, but after I started obeying him, he started letting me see him. Man, it's so awesome. I could actually go all day because it's omnipresent. He's omnipresent. Alright, so I'll show you again here the center of his eye. Here's his eye, his other eye. And you just look below, and you'd look for his nose and mouth and beard, and you're gonna see it because it's everywhere. He's everywhere. And you know, people say that I'm a blasphemer, but actually I'm just confirming that Jesus Christ comes like lightning can be seen from one end of the sky to the other. I read an Aramaic in plain English translation, and it was something like, the coming of the Son of Man will be like when lightning shoots from one end of the sky to the other and lights up everything below. And yeah, that's the way it is, because his beautiful face, he is omnipresent, and he's just waiting to give us this wonderful enlightenment. It's just such a shame that this isn't the center of all churches' belief. Like, we can see God. And Jesus said that heaven, paradise, is getting to know God. And obviously we get to know him when we're looking at him. So yes, the kingdom of heaven is closer than you think. Here's his mouth here, and I'll highlight his beard here. Yeah, what has happened to humanity for this to be hidden for so long? But welcome to the age of information, where, things become known. Here's his eye here, his other eye, and his nose here. Mm-hmm. Okay, now I'll erase that paint for you. Eyes, nose, mouth, and beard. Isn't he so wonderful? And if you look at him, you'll get to know him, because that's him. That is Jesus Christ. Exactly as he said, that only those who obey him will see him, like in John 14. And he also told his apostles that they would see his coming before they finished their work in Israel. And of course they did. Before they died, he said. He promised many times that some would see him before they died, and I'm confirming that I see him. I'm not dead. I can see Jesus Christ. And he's so wonderful. He's so comforting to see my good God in everything. And I hope to share this comfort with the whole world, especially nowadays when the world can become extinct at the push of a button. I think this is of the utmost importance, which is why I'm not spending time with my family. I'm doing this right now. Showing people God's face. Let me see. I'd like to show you again. Maybe if I start with his mouth this time, it will become clear. Above, you can see his nose in black. I'll highlight his nose in black. Big Jewish nose. And his eyes here. Yeah, and sometimes we get to see him in such detail. We can see his nostrils, his pupils, his teeth. It's so awesome to see God. And I'll highlight his beard in black here. And it's our only hope. Like, can you think of a better way to end all war? I can't think of a better way. But I'm doing my part. Let me show you here his eyes. Yeah, we can see his eyebrows sometimes. Right now you're seeing his face in a painting, but imagine what you're missing. You could be seeing God in every single thing. And so could everyone else, and our world could be so beautiful. So beautiful. Right now it's so ugly. Full of ignorance of this beautiful fact. There's the paint on top of his eyes, nose, mouth, and beard, and it's so obvious that it is him and his face. He is omnipresent. It's just such a wonder. I've got some more time, and like I said, I could go all day here because his face is omnipresent. So I'll start with his mouth again here, and you just look up, and yeah, his nose is right there. His nose and his eyes. I'm highlighting his eyes in blue. And his beard. Just below here. Alright. So you don't have to use your imagination. You just have to use your eyes. And Jesus Christ keeps his promise. He lets people who obey him see him, and he's so beautiful. And I still got some time left. I'm making a 15-minute video of this. So we'll continue here. Okay, I need the red pen to show you his mouth first. His mouth. And you just look up. It's easy to see his nose right there. His nose. And his eyes here. Yes. And his beard. Highlight his beard with this black pen. Okay, now I'll take away the paint. And there is Jesus Christ's omnipresent face as promised, on time, before we die, of course. I just can't decide which example I should show you next. I'll take a step back. I'll try to find a different example. Okay. I'll show you here with a red pen for his mouth. Red pen for his mouth. And a black pen for his nose. Okay. And you just look up and you see where his eyes are. I probably don't have to paint them for you, but I'll keep the tradition. And black pen for his beard. It's really so amazing. Okay. Erasing his eyes. And you just look at the way people are today, and it's no wonder that they're blind to God, because they don't look for him. People just look for their own destruction, unfortunately. But I believe that one day everyone will see God, and truth will conquer, as it always has. There's his eyes and his nose. And his beard in black. Okay. Yeah, you can't really point a finger and say it's this guy's fault or that guy's fault. That nobody knows this, but I'm sure God would appreciate the truth being told about him, and praised for his glory. He's so awesome. Just to remove any doubt that people will go to hell for not obeying him. Well, thank you very much. I hope to make another video sometime soon for everyone, so that you may be encouraged to obey Jesus Christ, so that he may purify your heart, so that you may enter heaven on earth and see him.